welcome back to Lisa's Study Guides. And if you are one of my subscribers, then you probably would have realized how I haven't been filming on my couch lately, and I've just been filming against that white backdrop here against my wall. And that's because, to be honest, I'm a little bit sick of my couch. If you guys prefer this, I mean, just let me know. I don't know. I feel like when I stand up, I can give more of my energy to you guys, and it just makes filming a lot more fun for me as well. So yeah, I'm thinking of putting up some posters with puns in the background or famous quotes from authors, things like that. So yeah, if you're keen, then let me know. If you don't care, then let me know too. Whatever. Let's get into how to find good quotes. Tip 1. Do not go onto Google and type in good quotes for X text, because this is not going to work. These type of quotes are generally the most famous and the most popular quotes because yes, they are good quotes, but does that necessarily mean that it's going to be a good quote in your essay? Probably not. But why, Lisa? Because these quotes are most likely to be overused by students, by absolutely every single person who has studied this text before you, and probably every single person who will study this text after you. So you want to be unique and original. So how are you going to find those good quotes? Recognize which quotes are constantly being used and blacklist them. Quotes that are constantly used in study guides are generally the ones that will be overused by students. So once you eliminate these quotes, you can then go on to find potentially more subtle quotes that are just as good as the most popular or famous ones. Tip 2. Reread the book. There is nothing wrong with you going ahead and finding your own quotes. You don't need to find quotes that are already existent online or in study guides. Go and find whatever gels with you, whatever you feel like has a lot of meaning to it. I had a friend back in high school who was studying a book by Charles Dickens. I haven't read the book myself, but there was a character who couldn't pronounce the word S, or he had a lisp of some sort. And apparently what my friend did was he found this one word throughout the whole book where this guy with the lisp only one time ever said S. And apparently that was a massive thing, so he used that. And see, this is something that is really unique and original, so go ahead and try to find your own quotes. Tip 3. Realize that good quotes do not necessarily have to come from the main character. The main character, yes, often does have good quotes associated with whatever they're saying, but just know that you do have minor characters who can say something really relevant and have a really good point, and that is just going to be as strong in your essay than a main character's quote, which will probably be overused and overdone by so many other students. Tip 4. Develop a new interpretation of a famous or popular quote. Most of the time, the really popular quotes are analysed in very much the same way. But if you can offer a new insight into why it's being said or a different interpretation, then this is automatically going to create a really good quote that's going to offer a refreshing point of view. For example, if we look at The Great Gatsby, one of the most famous quotes that it's constantly being used is, "He found what a grotesque thing a rose is and how raw the sunlight was upon the scarcely created grass." What most people will do is they will analyze the part about the grotesque thing a rose, because that's the most significant part of the quote that stands out. But what you could do instead is focus on a section of that quote. For example, the raw. Why is the word raw being used? How does the word raw contribute extra meaning to this particular quote? This way, you're honing in on a particular section of the quote and really trying to offer something new. This automatically allows you to investigate the quote in a new light. Tip 5. Just remember that the best quotes do not have to be one sentence long. Some of the best quotes tend to only be really short phrases or even just one particular word. Teachers actually love it when you can get rid of the excess words that are unnecessary in the sentence and just hone in on a particular phrase or a particular word to offer an analysis. And also that way, when you spend so much time analyzing and offering insight into such a short phrase or one sentence, it shows how knowledgeable you are about the text and that you don't need to rely on lots and lots of evidence in order to prove your point. So those are my 5 quick tips on how to find good quotes from your text. If you like this video, then please give me a thumbs up so I know I should do more of these quote-based videos. If you have any questions, then feel free to comment below and request whatever you want me to cover next. Check out last week's video over there where I discussed the 3 different English subjects that are available for VC students, and even if you're not studying in Victoria, Australia, you can still check it out, especially if you're divided in between different English subjects that are available for you when you're choosing your particular subjects at school. I hope you all have a lovely week, and if you subscribe below there, then I will see you next week, Monday after school.